Welcome everybody. What I'm going to do in this post is I'm going to show you how to take a mixed number and convert it into an improper fraction. Well, what we've done so far is we've taken improper fractions and we've turned them into mixed numbers. For example, 3/2 is an improper fraction. Well, what would 3/2 be as a mixed number? Well, I would have to take 3/2 pieces. Okay? I could see here that 2/2 equals that 1 whole bar. If I take one more half, I have 1 whole bar and 1/2. Therefore, 3/2 as a mixed number would equal 1 1/2. Well, I'm going to do just the opposite when I take a mixed number and I convert it into an improper fraction. For example, if I have 2 2/3, well, how am I going to make an improper fraction out of the 2 2/3? Well, I know the pieces that I'm dealing with are thirds. So here's what 2/3 would look like. Now, what I need to do is I need to replace these 2 whole bars with thirds pieces. Well, and I ask myself, how many thirds are going to equal 2 full bars? Well, I know that 3/3 is going to give me 1 full bar, right? I could prove that with my whole bar piece. It's the same exact amount. 3/3 is 1 whole bar. Well, what would I do? I would take another 3/3, which would give me 2 whole bars. So I have 3/3 here, another 3/3 here that equals this 2 full bars, 2/3 for the fraction part of the mixed number, and I ask myself, well, what would this look like as an improper fraction? All I would do is count the total thirds that I have. I have 6/3 here, plus 2 more thirds. 2 2/3 as a improper fraction would be 8/3. Now, you're not always going to be able to see that with fraction models. And there's an easier way of determining what a mixed number would look like as an improper fraction. If I take 3 1/4, I could look at 3 1/4 and I could ask myself, well, if I take this denominator and multiply it by the whole number, and then take the product and add the numerator to that product, I would get 13. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 plus 1 equals 13. The denominator would stay the same. 3 1/4 as an improper fraction would be 13/4, and I could prove that with my fraction pieces. Well, if I have 3 whole bars and I have 1/4, well, all I would do is I would take these fourths pieces and replace each one of these whole bars with fourths pieces. I would know that if I have 4/4 here, it would replace that 1 whole bar. If I have another 4/4 for this second bar, it would replace it. That gives me 8/4. Another 4/4 would give me 12/4, plus the 1/4 that I have left over here would give me 13/4 as an improper fraction. So that's how you take a mixed number and you convert it to an improper fraction.